students, today we will learn statistics, and the statistics will be learning pie chart. Now, what is a pie chart? Pie chart is basically a chart which is in the shape of a pie. Left side a pie is given, on right side a pie chart is given. You can see how similar they look. Now, what is a pie chart? Pie chart is a circular graph, as you can see. This circular graph is a circle divided into sectors. This enlarged portion is called a sector. This area of the sector is proportional to the information given. Here the information given is early AM 17%. Now finally, area of the circle is always the total value, which is 100%, and the sector's value is the contents value or components value. Okay, so here the components given are early AM, mid AM, after dinner, late night, afternoon. All of these are components given. Now let's look into a question. A paint company asked a group of students about their favorite colors and made a pie chart of their findings. This pie chart is given below, and use this information to answer the following question. So the pie chart is given properly. The question is also clear to us. Now let's look into what questions are given on this pie chart. First question under this is, what percentage of students like red? It is properly available in the pie chart. As we can see, 20% of students like red. So percentage of students who like red is 20%. Second question is, how many students like green? As you can see here, the percentage is not asked, but how many students are asked. So to this question, we will be finding the total number of students first. To find that, what we are given is 50 students. As you can see in the pie chart, only yellow part is given as 50 students and not in percentage. So we use that part, that is, the total area of the circle is taken to be 100%, and this 50 students is taken to be 100% minus all other colors, which is 30% pink, 20% red, 25% blue, and then 15% green. So what we get is 100% minus 90%, which is 10%. Now 10% is basically 10 by 100. Now out of 100, if it is 10 students, out of what students? This will be 50 students. To find that, we'll cross multiply. When we cross multiply, we get total students to be 50 into 100 by 10. We cancel off the zeros. We get 50 into 10, which is 500. So the total number of students are 500 students. Now with this, we must be finding how many students liked green. Here 15% students liked green. So now out of 100, if it is 15, out of 500, what will it be? We cross multiply to find students liking green to be 15 into 500 by 100. We cancel off the zeros to get 15 into 5, 75 students like green. Next question is, what fraction of students like blue? We know 25% of students like blue, so it will be 125 students, because if out of 100 it is 25, then out of 500, to find that we cross multiply and find 25 into 500 by 100. We cancel off the zeros, we get 25 into 5, and so 125. Till here it is similar to the last question, but here the question is, what fraction of the students liked blue? For that, we must be finding the fraction. So here what will the fraction be? The total is 500 and the specific blue color is 125. So 125 by 500 will be the fraction of the students liking blue. When we simplify that, we get 1 by 4. So 1 by 4 fraction of students liked blue. Now we move to next question, which is, how many students did not like red color? For this, we must discard red and look into all other parts, which is 30%, 50% students, 10%, 15%, 25%, all of these. Now 50 students, we already know is 10%. Percentage of students who did not like red color, as I have already told, will be 30%, 10%, 15%, 25%. Total of this is 80 percentage. Now out of 100, if 80 do not like red, then out of 500, how many don't like red? To find this, again we cross multiply here, and we find that students not liking red will be 80 into 500 by 100. We cancel off the zeros, we get 400 students did not like red. Moving to next question, how many students liked pink or blue? So we have to find pink and blue. We have to consider both these colors. So here percentage of students who liked pink or blue is 30% plus 25%, which is 55%. Now out of 100, if it is 55, and out of 500, what will it be? We cross multiply and find that students who liked blue or pink will be 55 into 500 by 100. We cancel off the zeros, we get 275 students liked pink color or blue color. Okay. Last part is how many students were asked about their favorite colors. This part we have already found, and it is 500 students. So 500 students were asked about their favorite colors. Now we move to the last part of this concept. It is to draw a pie chart. To draw a pie chart, we must be able to calculate the central angle for each component. We have been given a formula for this, which is the central angle for each component will be value of the component into 360 degree by total value. 360 degree is used because the central angle for a circle is always 360. Now we solve a question based on the formula we have learnt. The question given is income from various sources for Government of India from a rupee is given below. Draw a pie chart. Sources are given, income is also given. To draw a pie chart, first we must find central angles of these components. For that we have learnt the formula that central angle will be equal to specific value of the component into 360 degree by the total of all of these values. Now first what we must find is the total value on all of these. Solution will be total tax, which is 19 plus 16 plus 9 plus 14 plus 10 plus 32. The total of all the income, this will be 100, and then we find specific degrees for all of these components. For corporation tax, it will be 19 divided by 100 into 360 degree, because 360 degree, as we know, is the central angle for all the circles, and 19 is the specific value for corporation tax, and total here is 100. So we cancel off 360 and 100 to find 3.6, and then we use that value to compute 68.4 degrees. And then now, as we already know 360 degree by 100 is 3.6, we directly use that from the first line. And then so income tax specific value is 16, so 16 into 3.6 we get 57.6, and for customs we get 9 into 3.6, 32.4 degrees. For excise duties it is 14 into 3.6, 50.4 degrees. For service tax it is 10 into 3.6, 36 degrees, and for others it is 32 into 3.6, 115.2 degrees. We use these calculations to draw the pie chart. To draw a pie chart, we must use a compass and draw a circle first. So we draw a circle. Make sure that your pencil is sharp and the circle is drawn properly. Don't keep moving at the center. Mark the center and draw a line from center to the circumference, any point of the circumference. Use that radius as your first radius or the radius you take for consideration, and mark 68.4 degrees and join 68.4 degrees to the center. So we get a new radius. We mark this angle as 68.4 degrees and write it as corporation tax. We can also color this part and put boxes on the side and write as we have seen in the last question. And then for income tax, we use the newly drawn radius for consideration and then mark 57.6 degrees. Once we have marked 57.6 degrees, we join it and we get the sector and mark it as 57.6 degrees income tax. And then we move to customs. We use the newly drawn radius for consideration and make sure that the 0 is exactly at the center. The 0 degree line is aligned, and then mark 32.4 degrees, join it, mark the sector with customs 32.4 degrees, then move to excise duties, use the newly drawn radius for consideration and then mark 50.4 degrees. Once you have marked 50.4 degrees, you can join it and mark it as excise duties 50.4 degrees. And then we move to service tax. Use the newly drawn radius for consideration and line the 0 degree and then mark 36 degrees. You have marked 36 degrees, draw a line joining it and mark it as service tax 36 degrees. And then finally whatever is left becomes others. You can measure it once and check. Once you measure it, you will be able to find that it is 111.2. So, hope all of you have understood how to draw a pie chart and what a pie chart is all about. Thank you.